Greetings. Greetings. All right. Greetings. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time to get the show started. Let me make sure it's all ready. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, why was it a tough night, Bamba? Let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we do on this side of town. It is officially hammer time.
Yeah, it's me, Zeus. Sometimes it gotta be this way. It really does.
Let's go!
If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't play these games no more. What you looking at me for? I just want the money, yo. All these games that you be playing, all
They don't like it when I'm telling the
I
truth.
don't really like to play. Get this money every way. Gotta keep my mental clear. Yeah, you know I'm out of here. I don't really have a beer. Yeah, you keep on showing tears. I'm not with that back and forth. I'm the type to get to work. I'm the type to keep it real. I'm the type to get a deal. I'm the type to chase a bag. I'm the type to pop a tag. Sick like I have SARS. Ride around fast cars. Rapping like behind bars. I do this all for my dogs. This is what it all costs. When you gotta be the boss. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. This is what it be like when I'm stunting on my enemies. This is what it be like when I make them feel my energy. Sitting on these raps, okay. You know what this really mean? This is what it's all about. I'm on top of everything. I'm the boss, don't play with me. This right here, no game to me. Toxic, 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 toxic. No, that's not okay with me.
No, it's not okay with me, ladies and gentlemen.
Every day I'm making bread. Every day you say you good. Every day I wish you would. This is what
Peace
it
and
be
love.
like when you
Nice
really
to
don't
see ya.
come up. This is what it be like when you really try to run up. Rookie of the year, better go and break the record. Rookie of the year, better go and get a checkup. Yeah. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off.
I'ma have to cut you off.
I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog,
I'ma have to cut you off.
I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are once again back in the lion's den. Oh, yes. And, several updates to go through this morning. Today's Thursday. Blue Mama, greetings. Today is Thursday, Wednesday. Oh, no, today is Wednesday. April 12th. Getting my days confused, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, we are back into the thick of things that are going on out here in the real world, okay? This is a live of truth. This is a live of honesty. This is a live of respect. And we do cover things that are, I would say definitely interesting in the world of politics here in the United States. Because listen, There's no one else out here on TikTok that is going to be as honest as I am. Yes, yes, truth. Yes, NMAC 111. I am bringing truth. Greetings, emerging music. And all of my moderators, Athena, I think I saw you, in Peace and Locks, I saw you. Greetings. Now, they call me Zeus. Many people know. Greetings, April. They call me Zeus. But they also call me Triple H. Why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Because on this platform, I am honest. I am the most honest. What is the other word? Say it, please. Humble. I'm very, very humble. I'm the most humble person on TikTok. And I am handsome. Yes, I'm the most handsome person you know. I'm the most humble person you know. And I'm the most honest. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. Many are called, but few are chosen. And I am the chosen one. Yes, you can call me Mr. Crossing too. I'm fine with that. Nutty Professor, cut it out. Cut it out. Don't call me. That would be considered treason to say that I am not the most handsome Nutty Professor. And take it from me, you are on thin ice this morning, okay? And I'm being so honest. Oh my gosh, Yesterday's live was so hilarious. Where are the TikTok lawyers and the expert politicians and the historians? Where are you at today? Because I'm going to need some help interpreting some things later on in the show. And you know what I do? I do my spill first half of the show, 30 minutes, and then I open up the box so I can talk to the people out here on TikTok because I want people to understand. Look at this. No strings attached. I am not a hand puppet. No one's paying me to sit here. I get out here and I do this because I want you to be free thinkers, just as informed as I am, along with many of my friends, okay? And I do provide the most, I would definitely say, honest feedback of the former president, okay? People think I hate Trump. No, I don't hate Trump. No. I just think he's a terrible politician. Great entertainer, terrible politician. And terrible husband, by the way. And that's just the honest thing. Now, he can get back on track, but he's going to have to take accountability for his conduct. And so far, he's showing that he's not willing to take any accountability for his actions. And based on the laws in the kingdom, I must continue to bring this heavy hammer of truth down on the former president. Okay, and that's why I have this sign up. He definitely is the worst president in U.S. history. And there's nothing anyone can say to me to change my mind about it. I'm not debating it. The proof is in the pudding. 34 felony charges. I mean, he was already doing terrible before this. But now that I've seen those 34 felony charges, he has no chance of winning my vote in this lifetime. None. And if you continue to vote for Donald J. Trump, and if you continue to be a vassal of transgression, shame on you. That is treason in the kingdom, and we will hold you accountable. Now, let's move on to some of today's most exciting topics, okay? Because while I do cover the former president, make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, I do touch on other things going on in the world that affect, all of us. Now, as many of you know, my good friend, hello, Cece. Okay, nice to see you. As many of you know, my good friend, Alvin Bragg, who's, I would say, going to be on the Mount Rushmore of prosecutors here in these lovely United States of America, has filed a lawsuit that included a restraining order against Jim Jordan. Okay, Jim Jordan has risen to the top of the food chain, I would say, when it comes to spreading lies and misinformation and just being a terrible leader. I was going to leave Jim Jordan alone, but now Jim Jordan has arrived. He's now on Zeus's radar. Yes, Jim with a G. Jim Jordan is now on Zeus's radar. And Alvin Bragg is making a good example out of him. What do you mean, Zeus? What do you mean? Well, it seems that Jim Jordan is a little confused. He's a little confused about how laws in this country work. Yeah, you might want to go get your blanket, Trump supporters, because this is definitely going to put you to sleep. Dave Wilson, I see you out there yawning. You're probably yawning because you went and drunk some of that nasty Lake Merritt water out there. You know where you got that Lake Merritt water from, Dave. But wake up. Wake up, Dave. It's 6:30, 6:43 in the morning, Dave. What are you doing going to sleep right when I'm getting into the topics? See, they always want to go to sleep when I'm talking the truth about Donald Trump. It's almost like it's like church to them. You know, these folks go to church, and as soon as the pastor starts reading the Bible, what do? They start going to sleep. Oh, you said I'm lagging, Keeley? Really? I'm lagging? Am I lagging out there, ladies and gentlemen? Because I don't want this message to come through any other way but pure. If it's lagging, it's distorted. Am I lagging out there? Oh, what does it say? I see some people saying no. I see some. Okay, well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the MAGA Wi-Fi. So if I'm lagging on your end, it's probably that MAGA Wi-Fi. Go reset your routers, okay? I'll try to give you a little time to do that, but go reset those routers, restart your device, and come on back into this live and get your daily dose of truth from me, Zeus. All right, now let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, today is this is going to be the last day I do the live on this account because according to my notice, my other account, my primary account, the Zeus account, will be back tomorrow morning. All of my subscribers, please come on back. I want you to put those blue waves and those photos of Alvin Bragg and Jack Smith in the comment section tomorrow. It's going to be marvelous, okay? You to know, okay, is that Alvin Bragg has filed a lawsuit against Jim Jordan, which included a restraining order. Now, while Alvin Bragg did not get success on that restraining order immediately, we are going back to court April 19th to get more clarification on how to form that restraining order to make sure we stop Jim Nasty Jordan in his tracks when it comes to this so-called election interference thing he's doing as the chairman of the House. See, ladies and gentlemen, laws are meant for a reason. It's to make sure people that don't have power don't have the ability to stop it from being applied. Yes. And those who do have power, we get to hold them accountable for abusing their power. And by the end of this, when it's all said and done, I hope Alvin Bragg takes Jim Jordan to task on all levels. When it's all said and done, Alvin Bragg, you have my permission to make an example out of Jim Jordan. Click. This is not misinformation. This is truth. This is truth. Oh, he can't. Wrong. He has done it. Go look at the paperwork. Click. The paperwork that's out there. This is not make-believe. This is real stuff. The paperwork Alvin Bragg produces. You know what happens when Alvin Bragg goes to his computer and he starts typing in stuff and creating documents and everything. He submits it. Next thing you know, you gotta show up in court. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Now, a lot of people say, Zeus, come with receipts. They say, Zeus, come with receipts. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, I have receipts again. Alvin Bragg versus Jim Jordan. And look at that. A case number 23-CV-3032. So, to all the Trump supporters and the Republicans who keep telling me I'm making it up. Zeus, you heard her come into the live yesterday. Zeus, why don't you ever show us the receipts? You just show us stuff on Twitter, Zeus. Why don't you give us the receipts? I said, because if I give you the receipts, you're going to tell me I'm making it up. You're not going to look it up. But you know what? because I love you, because I am Triple H. You know what that is? Honest. The first H is honest, and it's a capital H at that. Font size 356, okay? That's the first H. I'm honest. I'm humble. And the humble, that H, it's still a capital H, but it's just not as big. But I'm definitely the most humble person on TikTok. And I am still the most handsome. I've been handsome all my life. People have asked me, do you remember what you were doing when you were 6 months old, Zeus? Yes, I was being handsome at 6 months. I was born when I was conceived, ladies and gentlemen. First words that popped into my mind was handsome. You're a handsome young man, Zeus. That thunder's a little strong this morning. Now, I have the case number. Snuggles, go look it up. Snuggles, go get your TikTok lawyers and your attorneys and help us all understand what exactly Alvin Bragg did to Jim Jordan with this paperwork. This is 50 pages of hell on Jim Jordan's desk. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen. As much as we go back and forth out here on TikTok, and we all have our opinions about things like this. We all go and fish in these weird places to get information. And I get it. It's exciting, especially if you're a Trump supporter. You go find yourself on Breitbart. You go find yourself on Newsmax. You go find yourself on any alt-right leaning media propaganda source. And you just have a field day. Oh, Trump's the best. Trump's the best. Trump's the best. Trump could do no wrong. And the Democrats are so wrong. You go through all of those emotions. But you know what'll bring you out of those emotions? Stuff like this. Alvin Bragg. Hold on. It says the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. Anybody that gets something like this in the mail, those right-wing websites aren't going to help you. You know what the first thing you're going to do? You're going to get on your phone. You're going to get on the internet and look up, I need an attorney now. And you're going to all of a sudden trust Google to provide you with the best attorney. This one has 5-star ratings. I need help. I need backup because I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of these case numbers. I don't know what to make of this legal jargon. Oh, and where are they? Oh, I wish... Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, oh man, the photo's just not as good. It's just not as good as I would like it to be. This is what you got to watch out for when you're bringing evidence. Okay, I'll be back with that. But I'm looking for some of the TikTok attorneys out here to help make sense of the 50 pages of hell Alvin Bragg has delivered to Jim Nasty Jordan. Okay? It doesn't look good. No. If I were Jim Jordan, I would do exactly what Donald J. Trump did yesterday on that interview with Tucker Carlson yesterday. Did you see the interview? They're not going to be able to explain a single thing on this 50-page indictment. There's Supreme Court references. There's all kinds of Latin terms being used. There's all kinds of dates being cited. This is hell on earth, and Jim Jordan has no idea what he's gotten himself into on behalf of the former president. That's why when I talk to Trump supporters, I got a new question now, and I ask it, are you willing to go to jail for Donald J. Trump? And just listen to their responses. Oh no, I would never go to jail. Lies! You would do a life sentence for Donald Trump. Cut it out, and I know it. And that's why, in this kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to be crystal clear. Donald J. Trump is already guilty. I don't play any of this he's innocent until proven guilty nonsense that these Republicans are trying to make me play by. No, that goes on in the real courtroom. Okay, you go do that there. But in this courtroom, I have more than abundance of evidence to convict the former president of several nasty things that he's done. He's already guilty of adultery, definitely guilty of stealing. He's stolen so much in his lifetime. You would need 4 or 5 lifetimes to actually document what he's stolen, especially what happened in 2016. I can't even go into detail about that because next thing you know, they try to suspend you on TikTok. But I know what he stole in 2016 from Hillary Clinton, and his supporters do too. So as far as I'm concerned, he is guilty. You have to come in the box and you have to talk to me about evidence you have that proves he is innocent. And don't talk to me about President Biden and Hunter Biden and Hillary Clinton. No, those people innocent. They are innocent until proven guilty in this kingdom. Now, you know what they got? They got more misinformation out there. And I want to talk a little bit about Donald Trump's interview yesterday on Fox News. I do. Where is my information? Oh, here it goes. How many of you saw Trump yesterday on Fox News talking? I only got a few more minutes. I might not get through all of my talking points, but I'll go as far as I can. He was talking about the Afghanistan withdrawal. You heard this. And he brought up a conversation he had with a 5-year-old. He asked a 5-year-old about ways to evacuate United States assets from Afghanistan. You cannot make this stuff up. Okay, he asked a 5-year-old, in what order should the evacuation have happened? Dave Wilson, yeah, I hope this woke you up this morning, because look, this is why it turned out to be such a terrible thing. So not only did Trump acknowledge he was negotiating with terrorists, the Taliban, but the plan to withdraw came from, he had the conversation first with the 5-year-old. The 5-year-old said, this is a great idea. Then he went and negotiated with the terrorists. The man's clearly unfit to be president. And I would argue he is setting himself up to be taken out in terms of, this is going to be Trump's legal defense when Jack Smith gets out there. Your Honor, I cannot go to court any longer because I'm crazy. This is him beginning to let the world know just how crazy he is. He negotiates with a terrorist after having this conversation with a 5-year-old. He goes, I did a little skit with a 5-year-old kid. Let me ask you, and this is what he does to the 5-year-old. Here's the situation. I explained the situation, and I said, would you take the military out first? This is serious. This is a serious question he had with the 5-year-old. Would you take the military out first, or would you take it out last? And the kid says, I'd take it out last. 5-year-old. Anybody that still supports Trump right now, you got a lot of explaining to do. You really do. Because you know what this proves. This proves you're listening to kids. And speaking of kids, I was very disturbed. What was Trump doing talking to a 5-year-old little kid when this happened? They keep talking about President Biden. But this right here is alarming. Trump supporters, what was Trump doing talking to this kid? I would love to have you make this make sense to me. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is unacceptable at so many levels. Why are you talking to kids? Are you projecting? Is this what's going on, Trump supporters? You're projecting what you see Trump doing on the President Biden. And then why are you discussing things like this with a child? Under what circumstances, Trump, should this conversation be had? Did you invite this kid to the White House? Did you go to this kid's house? Trump, where were you when this conversation took place? They don't like it, but I'm telling the truth. They have no answers for these kind of questions, and this is why I say Trump's guilty until proven innocent. Okay? Now moving along, ladies and gentlemen, we got something else that I also wanted to cover. I wanted to touch on. What else did I want to say? Let's see. Oh, this is it. This is the last topic, and then I'm going to open up the box. They keep, you know what it is about the Trump supporters and some of the Republicans? They keep talking about these things going on. Okay, they talk about transgender issues. It's like they're so obsessed with it. They talk about abortion, and it's like they're so obsessed with these things They don't know what the heck they're talking about. They host these great lives of nonsense, acting like they're experts on these topics when they're clearly not. Okay, and I'm finally starting to connect the dots about why they do this. Take a look at this story right above me, ladies and gentlemen. A GOP lawmaker who raged about drag shows is accused of plying an underage intern with alcohol. We keep catching them with their hands in the cookie jar. Oh, they might want to leave the live right now. Go ahead, leave the live, Trump supporters and Republicans, because this story is a lot of shame. Texas State Rep Brian Slayton, a legislator who wants to protect, kids from perverts, the LGBTQ community, and he says that, we were trying to sexualize these children. He has been accused of an inappropriate relationship that allegedly involved giving alcohol to an underage intern at his Austin condominium. This is out there in Texas. Republicans behaving badly once again in a red state. We caught them with their hands in the cookie jar. You don't have anything like this on President Biden. You don't. Find me something like this on Hunter Biden. You don't. But we got you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, this story, I'm not making this stuff up. Go look it up. An internal complaint to the Texas legislator's House General Investigating Committee alleges that Slayton contacted an unnamed intern after 10 p.m. Friday, March 31st, to invite her to his condo. I would love for some of the folks that have been saying Hunter Biden, President Biden and Hillary Clinton. I would love for you to get up in the box today and explain this. Go ahead. Oh yeah, you want receipts? We got case numbers, we got docket numbers, we got receipts. Go look this stuff up. Slayton allegedly drank alcohol. Yeah, he did. With an intern, a source told the Texas Tribune. You can go look this up. In Texas, providing alcohol to a minor is a misdemeanor, punishable by a $4,000 maximum fine and up to a year in jail. Well, I guess that money you were going to send Trump for his crimes, you might want to hold on to it because it looks like you're going to be needing it, sir. And you still need to explain. Trump talking to 5-year-olds, now this. What's really going on in the Republican Party? I don't want to hear another thing. Okay? I don't want to hear another thing from the Trump supporters. Because, yeah, go ahead and put the clown emojis in there. Because, projection is something else, right? If you're putting a clown in the chat, I think you're talking about yourself. Because I know good and well you couldn't be talking about us when we're just bringing down the truth. Order! After the meetup, Slayton allegedly showed the intern fake emails, which we reported to know details of the late night meeting. And these emails were a sort of loyalty test. The complaint said that Slayton allegedly told the intern not to discuss what happened with anyone. Shame! I might run out of thunder on this story. This is what's going on down there in Texas while they're sitting there trying to criticize the Democrats and trying to accuse President Biden of this. We've caught them once again with their hands in the cookie jar. But you know what? It's not all bad because there are other Republicans, there are real Republicans, I should say, that called them out on this nasty conduct. Look at this Republican right here. Briscoe Kane, look at what he tweeted. You can go look it up on Twitter too. That's why I put the picture. Okay. Yes, I am angry at several Republicans for voting against school choice funding. They should regret that vote. I am absolutely furious at a Republican whom I believe to be a sexual predator. I've never been so ticked off at another legislator. He should resign now. I completely agree. He should resign. Get him out of there, ladies and gentlemen, because he is doing nothing to help the United States. This is all somebody, like they said, being a pervert. Shame, 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 shame. Another one, another good Republican. The past few days in the Texas House screams of everything that is wrong with a small segment of its elected officials. Unfortunately, calling the behavior of Brian Ford inappropriate is a gross understatement. It is. Gross understatement. What is most troubling about the events of this story is that you know what? You can go look it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I've been talking about. All of the things that they continue to accuse the Democrats of doing, we keep finding out that it is them who are doing it. So I don't debate. I just let them talk and dig themselves deeper and deeper. And then I go on about my day, just, thinking to myself, which person in the Republican Party are they talking about? Because they don't have any information about anyone that's a Democrat doing this kind of stuff. And if there are Democrats doing this kind of stuff, you know what we got for them? Shame. Get them out of there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to open up the box, and have the tough conversations, okay, with those of you who are willing to actually get out here and have good faith discussions about what's going on in your neck of the woods. Hopefully you want to talk about some of the topics that I've talked about. But if not, we can go with wherever you feel we need to go and address the issues. The only thing I ask is you do not get in the box and start any of that childlike behavior, naming, the insulting, the cursing. I don't do cursing, talking too much craziness about other content creators that aren't here to defend themselves, because I do have a high level of respect for all content creators out here. And I try my best to run a clean operation. You leave the drama and the chaos to me, okay? You don't need to come in my live and bring it. I got that under control, 110%, okay? Okay? All right, we have some of the fan favorites. What's up, Brother Greg? Nice to see ya. And then Nutty Professor and Bamba, I see you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Zeus.
Oh, I hear an echo. Good
Oh, that's
morning.
probably my car. What's up?
Oh, well, you got me on speakerphone. You might want to turn that off.
Yeah, you're on the in the car. That's why. But anyway,
Good morning, April.
yeah, I just wanted to touch on that interview last night with Mr. Don.
Oh,
Because asking 5-year-olds for advice for withdrawal of Afghanistan sounds like a pretty bad situation to be in.
absolutely.
And also praising
Swerving.
President Xi and saying that he loves him but doesn't like General Miley because, as in his words, he said, "I want the tanks." It was disturbing. I don't know what he was talking about. I want the tanks. He was like yelling about it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that was just extremely bizarre was he said that people were crying. People were crying when he was arraigned in New York. Can you believe it, Zeus? They were so sad that he was
Tears of
in
joy.
handcuffs.
Tears of joy.
They felt so bad for him that, because everybody feels so bad for Donald Trump because he's so innocent. As he said, it was a perfect NDA, Zeus. It was a perfect NDA, just like the call to Zelensky and everything else that he said was perfect in his life.
Did you notice? And this is how I know Alvin Bragg put the fear of God into Trump. You noticed that, what's his name? Tucker Carlson. He tried to get Trump to talk about the case, talk about the arrest. Did Trump talk about it at all?
Not as much as I was hoping he would, to be quite honest.
His attorneys, I guarantee you, his attorney said, "Looky here, you fool. Do not say another thing about the case, or your goose is going to be beyond cooked. It's going to become jerky."
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's interesting that people say that Joe Biden is not all there. If you watched that interview last night, Donald Trump is completely brain dead. He is without a question entirely gone. This is not the same president from 2016 that came out and had witty behavior. He's probably so scared about his legal woes, but he's also entirely and fully gone.
Gone out to lunch. Goose is beyond cooked.
He has lost it.
Yes. He's lost it. He knows there's no way out of this other than to go through the fire.
It's just amazing. It's amazing to me that people sit here and still defend this guy as their fighter. The guy can't even have an interview with Tucker Carlson. I mean, there was a point in that interview where he was just rambling for about 5 minutes, and Tucker Carlson just let him go. Yeah. Because the word salads and the things that he needed to say, he got off his chest, and I'm happy that he was able to do that in his echo chamber. But the American people, as I said, and I'll say it again because it's true, Donald Trump is responsible for the Republican Party losing the last 3 election cycles. And if they want him to have a fourth, let's go for it. 2018, 22. Yeah. I mean, if you can't win in a midterm year against sleepy Joe Biden, right? The guy that can't, that has no idea where he is, according to the Republican Party, which again is projection because their guy is completely brain dead. So if you're there right now and Biden beat you in the midterms, good luck in 2024, my friends, because Gen Z is coming in hot. They're coming in hot.
They're coming in hot. They can see through the lies and the craziness that the Republican Party is putting up. It's terrible. Yes. Jim Jordan, is that the best you got in the Republican Party? Seriously?
Oh, and Jim Jordan. I love Jim. They said yesterday, it's very rich that the guy that covered up SA at Ohio State thinks that he can go to Alvin Bragg and talk about crime in New York City. Hilarious.
Shame on Jim Jordan.
So I'm out of here, though. I got to get into work. I just got my tires on, and we had a great night at the game last night, even though our boys lost. But that's okay.
I understand. Listen, sometimes you got to take a loss to start winning. That happens with all winners. You're still a champion.
That's right.
All right, brother.
All right, Zeus. I'll let the rest of the folks come up.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I will check in with you later. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
You. Yes. That is Brother Greg, as always, bringing nothing but facts. All right. We're bringing Nutty Professor up. You know how we do, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, Nutty Professor.
Alvin Bragg.
Thank you, April, for the hat.
You gotta love him.
Who?
Alvin Bragg.
Alvin Bragg. Yes.
Listen, I am here for it. Jim with the G, Jordan, does not understand the hornet's nest that he just opened. He does not understand. First of all, how can we have a member of Congress be so ignorant and stupid they don't know, number one, the separation of powers, but the same party that preaches states' rights are going after a state DA? Boom, blow my mind.
Boom. He's a national treasure, they say.
How does he not understand that Alvin Bragg, even let's just say they're right. Let's just say they're right for a second. Let's just say that this case is without merit. This case is nothing. Across the board. It's nothing. Jim Jordan and the federal government of the United States of America has no authority whatsoever. It is the state of New York, Letitia James, who is Alvin Bragg's boss. And the people that are her boss are the people of the great state of New York.
Preach.
So Mr. Bragg, I say to you, sir, I tip my hat.
Thank you.
I don't even drink. But this is for you, my homie. I'm pouring it. I'm pouring one for my homie Alvin Bragg because listen.
Do you like the fact that he filed that lawsuit against Jim Jordan? What do you think of that?
Oh, he didn't have a choice. He didn't have a choice. He had to put Jim Jordan with a G. He had to put him in his place
Mm.
to show him I am not intimidated by you, and I will not be intimidated by your
Nope.
threats. So
Mm-mm.
if you can come to New York if you want to.
Mm.
Notice I went my grandmama. If you want to, not want to. You can come to New York if you
Come
want to.
on. Come
I'm
on,
going to send
Jim.
you packing. I'm going to send you packing, not back to Washington, D.C., but to Ohio so you can face charges from Ohio State.
Oh. And you know those are coming. See, the thing is, and I think Jim Jordan is going to be, they're going to make a good example out of him. I guarantee you, just like Trump yesterday was radio silent when it came to his case, right? He was on Fox News. He talking about everything but what happened when he had to go look Alvin Bragg in his eyes. Trump don't want to talk about that. And the same thing's about to happen with Jim Jordan. Because listen, when you are being sued, everything you can and say just might be used against you.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious because Donald Trump, like you just mentioned it a few minutes ago, how bombastic he is. I think Greg had mentioned that he's not the same person that he was when he first
Oh
ran.
no. No.
Mentally, this man's ego is just so out there that when you bruise it just a little bit, he has lost his everlasting mind. He's like,
Ooh.
how is this happening to me?
Ah.
How is this happening to me, Donald John Trump? How is this happening to me? I've never been held accountable for anything in my life before.
Right,
Is
right,
this
right,
what
right,
is
right.
this what accountability? Is this what it tastes like? If it tastes like this, I don't like it.
Oh, he doesn't
He
like
is
it.
so besides himself that he cannot function properly.
Mm, mm.
Did you see that? The bulge in his pants, that's not his member, that's his diaper. He is filling
Oh,
his
he
diaper
spent
up.
the diapers.
He is
I
filling
don't
his diaper
say it
up
ain't
because this
so.
man is afraid. He is afraid.
He
So
better
if you
get those
think those
Huggies.
34 indictments, counts of indictments, if you think they're not a big deal, if you think Donald Trump is not concerned about it, go stand next to him. You'll smell how worried he is about it.
Oh, those 34. You know what they say? It's not 34 felonies. It's 34 misdemeanors. Zeus, what is the other crime? Alvin Bragg
Well,
can't get him on anything else. It's just false. It's just a little adultery and falsifying business documents, Zeus.
so here's what's funny because
What do
you laid out your rules pretty clear, and I'm going to follow your rules. But you said do not talk about other content creators when they're not here. So I'm going
Mhm.
to talk about you. So
Thank you.
in your live yesterday, you had
Mhm.
someone in your live that spewed whataboutisms. That spewed whataboutism. I said, well, what about Bill Clinton when he paid Paula Jones $850,000?
Mhm.
Folks, the difference is Bill Clinton was settling a lawsuit. This was not hush money.
Big
There is a
difference.
difference between settling a lawsuit
Right.
and giving hush money.
Mm.
So the lawsuit was out there. It was in the books. There was a case number for it.
Yep.
He was
Exactly.
settling a lawsuit.
There you go. He was
And
settling.
you had a bunch of misinformation from this one particular guest. You had a bunch of information. Now, I tried to get in, but you didn't let me back in, and that's okay. That's okay. Because I get where you're coming from because it has gotten crazy over the last few months. It's gotten
Mm.
crazy.
It's getting
But
crazier because they're seeing Trump dwindle. They're seeing Trump lose the lust that you were talking about, the strength. They're seeing it dwindle down to nothing,
no,
and
no,
they're
no,
becoming unglued.
hold on, my dude. Sorry, I had to go there. I, hey, I didn't mention any names, my dude. I didn't mention any names. Hold on. Wait. No. Wait. Hold on. If you can't figure out who that is, then Zeus, you
Oh,
need to go back.
oh, cut it out, cut it
Hey,
out.
I'm not mentioning any names because you said do not talk about. No, I didn't bring any. I brought your name up, and you're
Okay,
here. You're
that
here.
was a
So there.
good one. That
So
was a good one. Okay.
so love you guys. Love you guys. I'm sure I'm going to be asking to get back in the box because I can't wait to hear Snuggles.
Oh,
I
is
know he's
I don't know if
I know
Snuggles
he's
wants to.
lurking.
Huh?
He's going to be lurking somewhere in the diaspora. He's lurking somewhere.
Oh,
So
Snuggles doesn't want to talk about this because the only thing I want to ask Snuggles about is what was Trump talking to that 5-year-old boy about?
so honestly, I didn't watch that interview because there's only so much I can take without having tums, and I didn't have any tums, so
Right.
I didn't watch it. So that's very interesting. I think I'm going to go back and watch it now just so I
Well,
can
I
speak
put
on
it
it.
on my main profile page, the
Okay,
Zeus account. You can just go watch the clip, and it's
yeah,
very disturbing. Okay,
because I
that
don't
he.
speak on things that I don't know about. So
Thank you for being responsible about the stuff you say, because I do believe, like Biden said, words matter. Words
oh,
matter, folks.
absolutely.
You shouldn't just be out here spreading misinformation.
So I'm going to let you get some other folks in here, and
Thank you.
thank you for letting me up today.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's not even. That's all right. Okay, then it's Bamba. It's Swervin. Yes, Bamba, Swervin, and Felix. Let's go. All right. Good morning, Bamba. How are you doing?
Good morning. It is lovely. It's
Yes.
allergy season, though, I'll tell you, but it's gorgeous out.
Oh, yes.
I'm out on the deck. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. You're getting some
Yeah.
vitamin D?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's
That is so
yeah.
good. That is
Yeah.
good.
So before I forget, because things go through my head real quick,
Right.
somebody was talking about Biden sniffing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to tell you something.
Okay.
So back in that time period, there was a shampoo called Herbal Essence.
I remember that commercial.
Yes, and remember everybody in the advertisement was everybody smelling everybody's hair.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
I mean that was socially acceptable back then.
Oh, you're right.
It was like insane. Yeah, people would smell your hair and guess what you were, using.
Thank you.
Yes.
For that history lesson.
Yes, there you go.
Snuggles. Cut it out. Cut it out, Snuggles.
Sometimes us old people are handy. Another thing I wanted to say was yesterday I kept wanting to say the dress, the dress case.
Oh, yes.
Okay, the only reason that case went forward is because of Trump's mouth.
Oh.
Right? Remember he said he called her names and said, I've never met her. And then he said, she's not even my type. Boom, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's what brought it in. So it's a defamation case.
Oh. So you're saying...
she doesn't have to prove grape at all.
Oh.
It's defamation.
Oh, so you're saying that Trump's mouth got him in trouble?
Yeah, it wasn't, yeah. Yeah, so,
This is what we've been
gee,
saying.
Your hair smells terrific. Yeah, yep, there you go. Yeah, so there's that.
Wow,
I didn't watch...
have a treasure trove of knowledge and information about Trump, and I appreciate the fact that you're always able to remind the Trump supporters how we got here with Trump. You have not once said it was because of a Democrat. You've not once said it. She's not delusional, coffee time. Cut it out.
Yeah. Okay. Delusional. All right. So
no, you're not, Bamba. You're
this
just
is
honest.
Delusional. I want to share what happened yesterday.
Oh.
And I think I just got a mess. Oh, wait. Before I share that, I'm going to give you good news.
Okay.
So this morning, while I was waiting to go on your live, I got a flash that the inflation rate is down to 5%. The lowest it's been since 2021.
Strikes again. So you're telling
Yep, and numbers don't lie.
Doing his job. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So we're on fragile ground. I mean, the whole world is on fragile ground. The next thing we gotta watch.
My ears, Bamba.
Yes, it was. I know. That's why they can send donations.
Oh, low unemployment. Even for blacks.
Yep.
And inflation is cooling. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. So they can send their extra to Donald.
Oh, Lord. No. Don't.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you, Bamba. What else do you got? Okay.
Well, the other thing is chickens are now allowed out of the hen house.
Oh.
Because bird flu is under control.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank
so the
you,
chickens can
Biden.
come out.
Once again, the agriculture department doing well under
Yeah,
President
see?
Biden.
I don't know. Is that delusional?
Amazing.
I mean,
Wow.
there's some good news here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about is It's So Good. And
you have some bad news?
Yeah, there's a group in Ukraine that's really disgusting. They're like ISIS. And they take videos of doing extremely disgusting things.
Oh, so this is something I need to weigh in on. This is
so I expect Trumpers. I'm sorry to call. I mean, I don't call Republicans Trumpers.
Well,
I'm calling out Trumpers, though.
They identify as Trump supporters. They identify as MAGA. Those are their pronouns.
Okay. All right. So there's people out there in the MAGA world who are celebrating a live video of somebody being decapitated.
Oh, no.
And the guys, yeah. Now, I refuse to watch the video.
Yes.
I know where it came from, right? They go, I'm not going to tell you where they go to get the videos. And
I'm watching you, Bamba. I got to keep it clean over here, Bamba. Now, you know.
Yeah, I'm expecting those MAGAs. I don't believe all MAGAs are celebrating somebody getting their head taken off alive, begging for their life. I don't believe you supported ISIS. Why am I lying?
Well, where are you going now, Bamba? Because
I want you guys to start calling yourselves, your fellow MAGA people who are way out there. I want you to start calling them out.
Oh.
And the other thing, somebody said Ukraine is corrupt. Well, we are too, right? Except they're fighting it. They're fighting tooth and nail, putting their lives on the line to fight it. Are we? No, we're tearing each other apart.
Now,
I want to point that out.
Okay, now listen, Bamba. You're getting into some uncharted territory, and I got to keep it clean on TikTok.
Yes, I'll pull it back. The one last thing I want to good news.
Okay, let's stick to the good news, Bamba.
Yes. Okay. The Judicial Committee. We've got Mr. Jim with a G up there, but there's a senator from New Jersey who did a hearing from the Judicial Committee on how much it costs to put a judge in the chair.
Oh.
And it's almost $1 million of donations.
Oh. So
and he maps out how the money goes and how it's being done. And that should be something that all of us care about.
Yes.
Is, the sale of our seats in the House and Senate.
We should be concerned about that.
And it was really good information. So
can you share that with me? Can you send that to me in a DM? Okay, because I would love to look into that and get to the bottom. Especially in light of what I found out about Clarence Thomas. Okay.
Yeah. And if Clarence Thomas loved our country, he'd step down. Yeah.
You've brought a lot, and I thank you.
I'm done.
So much. Okay, that is a lot, and I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, Bamba has brought a lot of truth, and you need to go look it up for yourself. Now, thank you, Bamba. I got to bring up the next guest.
Thank you for my voice. Let me talk.
You're welcome. All I ask is that people come up and be honest. Very simple. That's it. All right.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bamba. All right, we're gonna bring up the next guest, and this guest needs no introduction. Brother Swervin'. Oh, he's coming in with nothing but pure honesty and integrity. One of the most handsome people on TikTok outside of my kingdom. I've never seen someone bring the truth at this level. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. No lies will be told. Okay, and I'm telling you that. Swervin'.
Good morning, Brother Zeus. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Brother Swervin'. Let's go. Wait a minute. Let me get the round of applause.
Oh, stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. I'm just a guy. I appreciate it, though. I hope things are good on Mount Olympus this morning. I hear some of them. I hear some of them so-called titans might be coming for you, but I know you can handle your own, so I ain't gonna even sweat it.
Nope.
I ain't gonna even
We
sweat it.
don't sweat the small stuff because guess what? I can't be around sheep, and they know it.
You know what word is in Titan? Tit. And that's all they suckling off of.
Oh.
Donald Trump's little teeth.
Oh.
Okay.
I never heard of that, but that's interesting. We got a lot of clever lines, ladies and gentlemen.
So what we've seen over the past few days, we can use Lauren Boebert, aka the notorious GED. She is sitting there talking about how Alvin Braggs is this, Alvin Braggs is that. Jim Jordan is within his rights to subpoena him. Well, Jim Jordan got subpoenaed, and he didn't honor that, did he? No. Then I heard somebody complain about how Nancy Pelosi, when she created the January 6th Select Committee, she kicked Jim Jordan off of it. Oh, Matt Jordan. Why would you want to put somebody on that committee who helped to perpetuate the big lie? All the voter fraud they keep claiming happened. None of them can ever prove it. Mike Lindell is running around. We got all the evidence, and I'm telling you right now, we're going to be bringing that evidence in 2 weeks, and then the evidence is going to come out in another month, and I got all my people working on it. We got the election integrity police.
Oh,
shut up.
Oh, cut it out, Mike Lindell.
So they keep coming with all these just ridiculous excuses. And I heard someone say yesterday when they were talking about suppression of information.
Yeah.
Why didn't they, like the FBI suppress Hunter Biden's laptop right before the election, right?
Yes.
Let me remind everyone.
They call that election interference.
Yeah, exactly. But let me remind everyone, you had Michael Ray, Donald Trump's handpicked director of the FBI. You had Bill Barr, his handpicked attorney general.
Right.
Who allegedly had this laptop within their possession and their custody for 18 months.
What?
And they did nothing with it.
What?
And then you have Rudy Colludi. That's Rudy Giuliani, if you didn't know. You got Rudy Colludi sitting there talking about when his home got raided by the FBI.
Right.
He was like, well, he said these are Hunter Biden's hard drives.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to take them. I'm like, okay, so how did you get them? Everybody have had their hands on this laptop. There's no chain of custody anywhere. And when I bring up no chain of custody, you know what they're going to say?
What are they going to say?
They're going to say, well, do you know there's no chain of custody?
Oh,
how do you know? How do you know there's no chain of custody? Have you seen it? Has anybody said anything about it? That's the first thing they will come up with.
They got so many outs when it comes to just being honest, don't they? Yeah. Now you need more evidence. Do you know what you know?
Exactly.
What are we talking to you for? Because we know what we're talking about.
And I don't know. Do you know who George Conway is, right?
Yes, I do.
George has said plenty of times on TV, we still don't know where to find the chain of custody for that laptop. So I don't know how they think this would be even closely to being admissible in a court of law. And let me give everybody the scorecard real quick, if I could.
Give them the scorecard. Donald
Trump, 34 felony indictments. Hunter Biden's laptop, 0. Okay, and
some people say that those 34 are misdemeanors, though.
Yeah, they're full of it. Do you honestly think a person with the legal prowess of Alvin Braggs, ladies and gentlemen, you really think that someone with that kind of legal prowess would have been able to change these to a felony without judicial approval from the judge? Because if the judge saw the same thing that they keep claiming that they see, then it would have already been tossed out. And when it comes to Matt Jordan, this man has no legal precedence or authority to interfere in any kind of investigation.
None.
Because it has been a long-standing policy of every law enforcement agency in the world,
what is that?
Especially in this country, we will not comment on open investigations. But he wants to sit there and talk to Al about money that was used and this, that, and the other thing. And so what if he used federal dollars?
So what?
We didn't,
It's
we didn't
our
hear him.
money.
We didn't hear them complaining about federal dollars when it came to the PPP program.
Sure didn't.
Didn't hear
Jim,
one thing about it.
you didn't say a thing, Jim.
But you know what, Jim, if you want to talk about fraud, waste, and abuse,
Talk to him.
let's talk about how Kate Ivey took her COVID relief money and some of her infrastructure money and decided to build a prison instead of using it what it was intended for. Let's talk about how Mississippi paid Brett Favre, whatever, however the hell you say his name.
Brett Favre. I know who you're talking about.
They paid Brett Favre so his daughter could get a new volleyball facility.
Where were you at there, Jim?
Yeah, and it just
we couldn't get a tweet out of you.
They will say or do anything to defend this man. If Donald Trump got into his golf cart, which is the only thing he's qualified to drive, and he was driving it drunk and intoxicated, and he ran over 3 golfers, they would come up and go, well, they shouldn't have been standing in front of him.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And that's
it's
exactly
that
what
kind
they
of hypocrisy that I just can't stand for. Jim.
And I was listening to the live you were in last night, and I'm like, wow, they won't answer a single question about anything.
No.
They won't answer one single question. We hear deflection. We hear whataboutisms. But let me tell you something.
Tell them, Swerve, they need to know.
When it comes to Alvin Bragg being in this measuring contest with Jim Jordan, I promise you Al is going to win. Because on the grounds of sheer constitutionality, Congress has no authority to interfere with any ongoing investigation.
None.
They have no authority to interfere with the state district attorney.
None.
And if Matt Jordan is going to sit there and ignore a subpoena, don't be mad when somebody ignores your subpoena.
Thank you. Because, Jim, we don't care about what you have nothing of importance to talk to us about, Jim. I'm going to be honest with you, Jim. Your hands are full with Alvin Bragg, okay? The way he's tossing you around on that gym mat, okay? You got sued in record time, Jim.
For some reason, they think like, I like to use Jack Smith as an example.
Oh, I love, God bless Jack Smith.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Zeus, would you be more intimidated if somebody gave you a phone call and they said, hey, Zeus, Jack Smith is looking for you? You'd be like, who? Who? What? Who the hell is Jack Smith? But if you got a phone call and they said, hey, Zeus, look, man, Jack Bauer is looking for you. You'd be a little bit more upset. You'd be like, oh, hell, I gotta deal with this.
Absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
Jack Reacher. Or Jack Nicholson.
Woo! It don't matter. Who's looking for me? We got problems.
They think that somehow Alvin Bragg is going to be intimidated by Matt Jordan. And I remember during the voting for House Speaker, somebody said they nominated Matt Jordan, said he is a fighter for freedom. He will protect our election integrity, and he will defend America. I'm like, he couldn't defend the boys at Ohio State University. So why would I give him the opportunity to try to defend me? And now you got, who is it, Tim Scott, who announced that he was forming a committee to see how he would do in a presidential campaign.
It's going nowhere.
And here he comes on TV with his little goofy commercial. I want to restore America to the Judeo-Christian values that it was founded upon.
Oh, no.
That's not what America was founded upon.
Thank you.
That is not, we were founded upon one basic principle of freedom of religion. Which means we can worship how we want to. I don't care about your Judeo-Christianity, whatever that means.
And obviously, you don't care about it either, because when we talk to you about the things that your Christian beliefs tell you should be held accountable for doing, you don't want to hear it. Like, they don't want to hear that Mike Pence ushered in these evangelicals. But Mike Pence is a traitor now. Can you make that make sense, Swervin? How do these folks get away with using Mike Pence to win, and then when they get in, Mike Pence is all of a sudden a traitor, and they call themselves, children of the living God. How does that make sense?
Well, you can't make it make sense simply because look at everything. Look at every time Donald Trump did or said something stupid, you had Mike Pence on TV for the next month trying to defend and back up and walk it back, along with 100 other people trying to constantly walk it back. Right?
Shame.
So the second Mike Pence came out and said Donald Trump does bear some of the responsibility for what happened on January 6th, that quick he became a rhino.
Wow.
In December. And remember, Bill Barr was Donald Trump's hand-picked attorney general.
Wow.
He picked him himself. When Bill Barr went in to Donald Trump and said there's no
shame
election fraud to the extent at which you're claiming. And he said, and excuse me for this, but Bill Barr said to the January 6th committee, and I quote, "These claims of election fraud are bullshit." End quote.
Oh, wait a second. Keep it clean.
I'm keeping it clean. That was an exact quote from Bill Barr.
I agree, but Bill Barr needs to keep his mouth clean too.
The second he said that, the second any of them ever went against Donald Trump, they became rhinos. But let me remind you of something, Zeus.
Uh-oh.
Donald Trump ran as a Democrat. He tried running as a Democrat twice. And then he made the realization, and he said this publicly, if I ever run again, I'm going to run as a Republican because they'll believe whatever you tell them. Right? So wouldn't that, if you ran as a Democrat twice, realize that we were not falling for your bull crap?
Yep. We're not, and we never will.
Doesn't that make you the original rhino?
Hey, it does, and I like how you did that. Swerving over here. There's so much truth coming out of this live right now. Trump supporters, go get those knee pads. Go get them. Oh, you're going to need them. Okay?
They're going to need some knee pads on top of some nice soft soil with a lot of mulch, that rubber mulch, that we see going into playgrounds nowadays.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Because you still got Fannie coming after Trump. You still got Jack Smith. And right now, the biggest case that they are building against Donald Trump, as far as Jack Smith is concerned with these records, is obstruction. That is obstruction. That's the biggest case they're building against him.
Yeah.
You are being told to return these documents, and it takes you 4 months, and we got all kinds of videos and text messages of you moving stuff around Mar-a-Lago to try to hide it. That's called obstruction of justice.
Obstruction of justice.
And let me remind the folks of something else, Zeus.
Swerving all over the map with it.
When they got those documents from Mar-a-Lago,
talk to me.
And then Joe Biden was found with some. It was, the vice president isn't even supposed to have classified documents.
Oh, this is my favorite story.
You mean to tell me the person who is second in command of the country, the person who is a heartbeat away from being the actual president, the person whose team carries a nuclear football is not allowed to see classified documents? That's ridiculous. And then they come in and they say, well, the president can just arbitrarily declassify anything. No, he can't. And as someone who has been personally involved with that process,
yes,
I've had dozens of requests come from the White House across my desk to declassify things.
And it don't work like they say it works, does it?
No, it does not. You do not. And if you recall, I remember Donald Trump, I think around 2018, mid 2019, somewhere in that vicinity, he wanted to declassify 50,000 documents from the Warren report on the assassination of John F. Kennedy. He only got away with about 6,000.
None. Not that many.
Because
not that many, because he doesn't have those powers. He keeps saying that he does. Now listen up, Swerving. We got a few more callers, brother.
Okay, man.
I'm gonna have to,
I get it.
Later at the Closet of Truth. Okay,
I completely understand. You enjoy the rest of your day up there on Mount Olympus. Like I said, don't let these so-called titans bring you down. You keep doing what you do, and I'll be right here supporting you every step of the way, my brother.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
You have a good one, Zeus.
We appreciate your honesty all the time. You see how easy that is, ladies and gentlemen? You just get in here and you just tell the truth. And it's just, you go on about your day. Nobody's upset. You know why we're not upset? Because this is what happens when the truth comes out. You feel free, don't you? You feel freer. Look at that. Fonnie Willis, Alvin Bragg, and Letitia James. They are definitely going on the Mount Rushmore of American superheroes, especially as prosecutors. All right. My
Okay,
good
just in
Felix.
time, Zeus. Could I start at 10? 8 your time. Yeah, 8 your time, 10 here.
Okay, good morning, Felix. How are
Okay,
you doing?
good morning.
How are you doing? How can we help you today in the kingdom?
Well, first of all, I have a feeling like Martin Luther King had a dream. I have a feeling, okay, that coming 2024, okay, that people don't like what Joe is doing, okay? There could be a lot of people out there
I'm
that don't like
listening,
what he's
Felix.
doing.
I'm
Okay?
listening.
It could be a lot of people, okay?
Mhm.
It could be a lot of people that don't like Trump, okay? We know that. But I think Trump can pull it off because some people don't like what Joe's doing. And some people do. Some people do. Some people don't. Okay. And the ones who voted for let's say me. Okay. I voted for Joe. I thought he would do a good job. Okay. People who voted for Joe. Okay, and thought he did a good job, and he's not doing a good job. They're gonna go to Trump. Even though they don't like Trump because of what happened last time he was in president, they're gonna go for Trump because they don't want Joe in.
Where are you
Just
getting
like
that?
just like when I this is what I did. Okay,
Felix, do you see my hammer?
yeah, I know. I see your hammer.
What do you? Okay, I just wanted to make sure this hammer.
I see your hammer. It's
Keep
a
it in
lovely
mind
hammer.
as you,
Okay, it's a
Felix,
lovely
please
hammer.
keep this hammer in mind as you continue your making
Let
those
me tell you.
statements.
Oh, my asthma. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. My asthma.
Okay, but I want you to keep this hammer in mind as you continue to say what you say. I want you to know,
I
Felix.
voted for Joe, okay? I voted for Joe, okay? To get rid of Trump, okay?
Okay.
Because I thought Joe would do a good job. I gave him a chance to do a good job because I was always a Democrat, okay? But now that Joe's not doing a good job, I think I'm going to Trump. Even though I wanted to get rid of Trump before, I want to get rid of Joe now, okay?
Felix, we've had this conversation.
I'm saying that most people gave him a chance, okay, and they're gonna go vote for Republican next. It's like this. It's like
all of that, Felix,
okay,
is to
Obama.
say,
Let's say Obama.
Felix, slow down, Felix. Now, all of that is to say, you voted Democrat to get rid of a Republican, and now you're going to vote a Republican to get rid of a Democrat. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, yes, but Joe, because I thought he would be doing good. Okay, Obama. Let's say Obama. Okay,
Felix,
I vote for Obama.
Felix,
okay,
Felix, Felix, I don't want to bring this down on you.
Okay, well, can I talk? Wait,
no, Felix, you have committed treason in the kingdom. So, why should I spare you? Why should I spare you, Felix? Because we've had this conversation over and over. I've told you, Swervin has told you, you're voting against your own interest. You've seen the budget cut being proposed by the Republicans, which is against everything you stand for. And you're going to get in here in front of millions of people on TikTok and tell them you're going to vote against your own interests. Why should I spare you in the kingdom, Felix?
Okay, because I think, when Trump was in office, I never lost my disability, okay? Never, okay? When any other president was in office, I never lost my disability, okay? I never did, okay? They won't do anything. They might just cut it down a little bit by taking some away, but they're not going to take all of it away. They're just, you want to know something? If they do, then you can prove me wrong. You can prove me wrong if they did, okay?
Felix, my hammer oozing right now with
That's just
truth.
nice and shiny. It's
It's
nice and shiny.
oozing,
Okay?
Felix. And unfortunately, Felix, while I do understand where you're coming from, this is business in the kingdom.
Okay, so I voted for Obama, okay?
No.
And everybody, you wanna know why everybody loved him? Okay, everybody voted for him for another 4 years, okay? They're not gonna do that with Joe, okay? First of all, he's old, okay? Older than Obama, okay? And second of all, I seen him stutter, okay? Obama never harassed anybody, first of all,
Felix,
okay?
let me tell you something. Joe Biden
I saw
has
a video of Joe.
Joe Biden has passed a bipartisan $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package. Joe Biden has helped more than 500 million Americans get those vaccines in their arms. He is providing help to students with the student loan debt relief, okay? He has made investments in climate change. I do not agree with what you're saying about President Biden. I think, if anything, President Biden is getting stronger every single day. So for you to get into this kingdom, tell Zeus you voted for Biden because you wanted to get rid of Trump, and then now you're going to vote for Trump to get rid of Biden. It shows me that you know what? You are guilty of treason.
Okay, bang the hammer, bang the hammer, bang the hammer.
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother you. Bang the hammer,
Okay,
bang
so
the hammer.
we can do this the easy way or the hard way, Felix. Either I can get you, or you can go ahead and get out of the way before I bring it down. Which one do you want, Felix? Which one do you want? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, Felix, to make a decision. Okay.
Oh, by one more thing.
Hold on. No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait. Oh my God! You can't let me
Ladies
talk.
and gentlemen,
Just let me one thing, and I'm done.
Felix has been found guilty of treason in the kingdom. Treason will not be tolerated. You cannot vote for Biden and then turn around and say, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump for the exact same reason you chose to vote for Biden. It doesn't work that way, Felix. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's harsh what I just did, but I had to do it to maintain order in the kingdom. There are 2 crimes in this kingdom that Zeus has a 0 tolerance. Blasphemy, those of you who continue to say I'm not the most handsome, that's blasphemy. And treason, what Felix just did, voting against his own best interest and basically flipping when it comes to voting. He votes for Biden to get rid of Trump, then he votes for Trump to get rid of Biden. Felix won't be tolerated. All right, let's move it on to the next guest, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I am very fair. I talk to all people, no matter what side of the aisle they're on, but wrong is wrong, right is right. Good morning, Suzanne. Nice to see you. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing all right. Just, doing the work in the kingdom to maintain order as usual.
I know. And I really feel sorry for Felix. If he's still listening, I want to tell him 4 years I worked for 30 plus years at the same job. And then I had to retire early because of my health. I have rheumatoid arthritis, long story short. In 2017, I got disability. It was very hard for me to accept it, but I had to. Anyway, every year since then, we get cost of living raises, for disability with the, the economy.
Right.
And I want Felix to understand Republicans do not care about people like us that are on Medicare, Social Security. And when Joe Biden got up at the State of the Union and called them out and said, they will cut your Social Security, your disability, Medicare. And they stood up and said, no, we won't. So see,
Yeah.
he called them out on that. And here's another thing. Donald Trump running for president is not a good thing because do you know what? He's not for all people. He's just for his people, rich people, and his followers. Joe Biden said in his acceptance speech, look, you may not have voted for me, but I will fight for you. And I know everybody heard that and remembered.
I heard it.
Yes. So I just want the supporters of Trump to understand that he doesn't have your best interest at heart. He has his. It's what's in it for him. And I saw him on Tucker Carlson's interview. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yes. I did. That train wreck.
Yes. And did you hear him praising the leader of China, I should say the dictator, and then Putin?
Absolutely. I heard him doing that, and I was very concerned.
It's sad because Trump wants to be king, if nobody realizes that. He wants to not ever leave office. He thinks it's great how they're in office for years and years and years. And it's scary. And I believe that people, I'm hoping at some point people will wake up, but I have faith in Gen Z because they are just coming out strong. My youngest son is a Gen Zer, and he said, Mom, we're planning protests about how they're yes.
Go ahead and plan those protests because we cannot sit back and let Trump sneak into the office again. It's not going to happen.
I see some of your comments. No, I'm not just looking at comments, but somebody said, explain why things were better under Trump. Look, Trump walked in to a very good economy under Obama. What people don't realize is that when there's been a Republican in office, Democrats have to come in and clean up the mess. And Obama tried so hard, but you know what? He had all the Republicans in the Senate not only not helping him or trying to do any kind of bipartisanship. The day he was elected, they had a meeting at the Capitol and said they were going to stop him at every turn.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And they were so angry because a black man got elected in office because they just,
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. And so I
can't believe them.
Right. And also I want to say Republicans are trying to take us back to the 1960s.
Oh.
Well, they are because the way they're look at what Ron DeSantis is doing. He's trying to turn Florida into a mini Cuba. And it breaks my heart to see Hispanic people, Cubans, all supporting Trump, DeSantis. It's so scary.
Shame.
Anyway, I'm not going to try and go on and on because I know everybody knows all this. But also, I want people to watch here in the next 2 weeks. E. Jean Carroll is going to have her day in court, even though it's a civil suit for Donald Trump. It's coming up here very soon. And also, the Georgia DA is going to go after Trump too. And probably you're going to see other famous names like Lindsey Graham get indicted.
Let's go. Get him out of here.
Yes. And I'm going to leave you with this on a funny note.
Oh.
When Trump said on his Tucker Carlson interview that people in the court in New York were crying.
Yeah. I heard him saying that. And I was just blown. Huh?
I have a theory about that.
Oh, talk to me. Why was people crying?
They were crying because his Depends were folded up and it stunk. Because he was so scared.
That is hilarious. He messed on himself. And I do believe it.
I know.
He's wearing Depends. Wow, what a kid. That explains why he was talking to the 5-year-old. Now it all makes sense. They was both getting their diapers changed at the same time.
Oh, but what I was going to tell you, they are planning protests on the Capitol, Gen Z, about banning the ARs or assault type weapons.
Oh, really? When?
I don't know, but it's coming soon, and it's going to be a big surprise, I heard. So, what I want to say, I saw the surgeon from Louisville, Kentucky yesterday, and he said, I'm not political, I don't want to be, but isn't it better to do something than to do nothing at all?
Absolutely.
And I do believe, my 5-year-old granddaughter is going to be starting school this fall, and I used to work at a school for 1 year before I got my disability after I got their job. And that was in 2017, and doors weren't all secure in all the schools. And I'm sure they are now, but trust me, I'll be finding out whenever school she goes to. But I believe that ban helped in 1994. But do you know Republicans, when it expired, they wouldn't re-sign the bill.
Oh.
And nobody, like, if you have one of those weapons now, okay, you can keep that. All we're saying is get it insured, lock it up, make sure nobody in your family that's having issues gets a hold of it. But the manufacturers need to stop making them. We need to stop selling them. Nobody needs to hunt with those. If you're hunting with those, you're not a good hunter.
You're not a good hunter. I completely agree. And they definitely need to work on getting access to better information. Okay?
Right.
Because this is what we're dealing with right now. The misinformation is ending up in the wrong hands.
Yes.
Okay. Now
And
listen.
you have to go. You have to take a driver's test or pass a test to drive a car.
Absolutely.
You
The
have to
car
get
is a dangerous
insurance. You have to
weapon.
get insurance on that car. And let me tell you, if there are minors
Poke
getting
dad.
hold of these pew pews, sorry,
Mhm.
and they harm someone or unalive, these
Right.
parents need to be held responsible, like the ones in Michigan are.
Hold the parents responsible, please.
I don't know. It's just it's a scary world. I'm scared for my sons. They're 30 and 25, and I'm terrified for them and my granddaughter what the future holds. Because if people don't start, like you said, voting for your own interests, and it's not going to end well. But you know what I say?
What's that?
The Republicans are going to keep supporting Trump. Look at Kevin McCarthy. Look at Jim Jordan. Whatever his, you know.
And they can continue. They can continue to support Trump. Go down with the ship. As far as I'm concerned, the ship has lifeboats, and they're more than welcome to get in them. But if they don't get in them, then we know what it is.
Right.
You don't want to be saved. All right, Suzanne. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zeus, for having me. I enjoy your lives, and I know I kind of went off on Snuggles the other day, but to me, he kind of had it coming. I think some days I feel sorry for him because, like, I would like to be his friend, but he's just. I think sometimes he puts on an act because I don't think he believes half the stuff he says. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? I'm still trying to figure out if he believes it. Okay, but I will continue to hold Snuggles accountable. Okay, I have Snuggles on the ropes right now, and he knows it. He knows that Zeus has won. There's no other defense right now. Back against the wall, Snuggles. That's what I'm going to start calling him. Back against the wall, Snuggles. Thank you, Suzanne.
Well, you have a good day. And
all right, you too. All right.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Yes, bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I've made it to the end of the show, and Zeus must go. Okay, but before I do, I see we have Snuggles that is sending me a request. And out of good faith, I will check in with Snuggles. Okay, Snuggles, we got 5 minutes. What's going on?
Hello, how you doing, Suzanne? I'm glad. Good. I'm glad Suzanne misses me and thinking about being my friend. Thank you, Suzanne.
Did you hear her feedback?
I just kind of jumped in
she
because
said she doesn't know if you believe what you're selling out here on TikTok. Do you really
I believe
the nonsense you're selling?
I'm actually not selling anything. I just believe it. That's all that goes with it, Mr. Crossings.
He's deep.
I do have a question for you, Mr. Crossings. You say Mr. Bragg. Mr. Bragg is he?
It's Sir Alvin Bragg to you.
Alvin Bragg. You say he's really good, right?
Absolutely. God.
Excellent prosecutor, right? Excellent, right?
Excellent.
Definitely. So what's the problem? Why wouldn't he just go talk to Jordan then? If he's got an excellent case, he's doing great, perfect, flawless. Yeah. Wouldn't any person that has such confidence in this case just go talk to Jordan?
He is. He submitted a 50.
Oh yeah, he submitted a lawsuit. Why? Why? What's he got worried about?
Listen, Snuggles, let this paper be the only reason
I
that
could
we
see the
talk.
worry in your face. You
No,
obviously
no,
know
no,
this is a
no, no,
weak
no,
case.
no.
If he was such an
If we gonna
excellent
talk to
prosecutor.
Snuggles, listen, if we're gonna go talk, let's just make it about some money. Alvin Bragg, when I'm done talking to you and Jim Jordan, when I'm done talking to you and putting you through the rent cycle, I'm gonna need you to tear me off
Why
some
would he be
money.
put through the rent cycle if he's such an excellent prosecutor?
That's why he's doing it, because why go in there and just have friendly fire?
See, he can't go in there and just toughen up and answer the questions.
No, not when you're dealing with a
Right. If he
minor
had
like
such a good
Jim
case,
Jordan.
then why wouldn't he just go there and easily sit there with all his Democrat friends
Listen, as far as I'm concerned,
face it?
as I'm there, they have a date coming up. As far as
You know,
I'm
all the
concerned.
Twitter people, they had balls to go there to the place. All the social media people had all the balls to go there and get questioned. And this great guy named Alvin can't go there.
Bragg.
Yeah,
Thank God
excellent.
for
Yeah,
Alvin Bragg.
yeah.
You
He's
saw what
not good.
Alvin Bragg did.
He
Did you
knows his
see what
case is
Alvin Bragg
weak.
did, Snuggles?
Yeah, he's a
He
weak ass
he
prosecutor that
got the
can't
former
face the.
president. Alvin
He's a
Bragg got
weak.
the former president to take his
Right.
private
He's a
jet
weak
across
ass
national
prosecutor with
television.
prosecutorial. Um, he's definitely weak. If he knew he can go up
He's
there.
getting stronger each and every second. You didn't
Right.
see this lawsuit yesterday coming. Neither did I. Every time
Yeah.
Jim Jordan opens his mouth, Alvin Bragg has a appropriate legal response.
That's okay.
For it.
He's just weak. He's just weak ass.
If I were Jim Jordan, I would cancel that trip that he has scheduled to go to New York. It's over. Christmas is over. That's what I would be doing. I'd be telling all my aides.
Weakness to the fullest.
I'd be telling the Republicans. I'd say this if I were Jim Jordan. I'd go, if Alvin Bragg is willing to do all of this, we don't stand
Mr. Crossings, I never seen you answer so nervously with all that excitement in your voice for a guy who's weak and can't face the music.
No, I've never seen you so
keep
weak.
tapping that hammer. Keep tapping that hammer.
Laying down, Snuggles. Are you on your medication again?
No, Mr. Crossings. I'm just letting you know.
You sound like that
I'm
day.
absolutely.
You sound like the day that Trump got arrested. You know how you were acting. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. I'm absolutely.
I'm about to lose it.
No, the Tucker Carlson interview yesterday just proves the fact that he's not worried about shit.
Oh, keep it clean.
Can you keep me a little buzzer? There we go.
What
like
is
that.
up with the profanity, Snuggles?
Listen, I'm going to say this one more time. I know that you and your Democratic friends don't like me because I'm spitting out facts.
What?
And you're just scared.
I know what I wanted to ask.
He's not guilty.
You said you saw the Tucker Carlson interview yesterday.
It was just as good as the trip that he went home on and told everybody he's still consistent. When he goes home, when he went home from that court hearing, he's very consistent on what he says, right? When you listen to Biden,
did you watch? Right? No, let me. About that 5-year-old?
Hold on. When you listen to Biden, he lies. And you guys still love Biden. He lies consistently. They show the lies on TV. He doesn't tell the truth. And you don't even talk about the guy you voted for. And when Trump talks, he's very consistent. He knows you guys are trying to get him. He knows you guys are trying to arrest him. You guys are after him. You could show all the paperwork in there here. Paperwork in the world.
You don't like case numbers and docket numbers anymore?
Oh no, Mr. Crossings. No, listen. I've seen 2 impeachment hearings, two of the biggest cases of the century. I've seen his lawyers tear through the Democratic Party with ease. This is nothing. This here is a walk in the park. And I'm enjoying every bit of it. I'm enjoying your stories. I'm enjoying Nutty Professor's stories, Shay's stories, everybody's stories. And guess what? They're just stories. He's not guilty. Is he guilty?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Said that.
No. Has he been through the court? Is he guilty?
He's guilty in the kingdom.
No, he's not guilty.
Snuggle.
He's not even guilty. So listen,
he's guilty
this
of
is
adultery.
Too easy.
He's guilty of adultery, and he is guilty of fornication. He's guilty of stealing.
Yeah.
And as far as I am concerned,
that's just playing. That's just playing in the backyard.
You have admitted that he is guilty.
Yes, everything. Marilyn Monroe, Bill Clinton, Obama even cheated on his girlfriend, Mikkel.
Who?
Obama. He even cheated on his girlfriend, Michelle, before they got married.
According to you, that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
So why are you talking about Obama?
Trump cheated on his wife. So what? Who cares, Mr. Crossings?
Okay, so let's just keep it on Trump.
Why do you trust what Biden's saying? The news people trust Biden, and he lies consistently to the world.
I want to ask you. No, Biden's not lying. Trump
he
is.
lies consistently. I'm going to show you some clips of him lying, and you believe this president.
Yesterday. You said you watched that interview yesterday, correct? Snuggles?
Yes.
Okay. There was a part in there that was very disturbing. Trump was around a 5-year-old little boy. Can you talk to me about that? Why would this old man be around these kids?
Oh.
I would love to hear your defense for this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's concerning. Well, did you ever mention that in all the lives that you were in?
No. Don't ask me. I'm asking you. Defend Trump being around these little boys.
He went up there. He said he liked Trump, right? The boy says, Trump. He holds the boy, Trump. Well, if you don't find sniffing a problem, okay, when he yells Trump, I don't think there was anything sexual there at all. That's great. Mr. Crossings, are you really going to go there?
All right, Yazzie. So you have no defense.
Yazzie, you need to grab his number because he's stressed out. Okay, Yazzie, get phone numbers and start talking to each other.
Snuggles has no defense for why Trump was around that little
Mr. Crossings, hey, listen, Mr. Crossings. The only thing I agree.
We don't have any evidence about Biden doing that. I just wanted to make sure we talked about that in front of the millions of people we talk to on a daily basis.
You guys. There's many videos of kids suffering.
And then he went on to explain.
There's many kids. I mean, in videos, you can look at their faces when
So he's getting advice from a 5-year-old.
Biden touches those little girls.
Afghanistan. Did you hear Trump say that?
Wait, what?
He got advice from a 5-year-old on how to pull out of Afghanistan. You heard Trump say that, right?
Well, are you talking about he got advice from Biden?
No.
5-year-old? 5-year-old mind intellect?
Ladies and gentlemen, Snuggles
knows. Listen,
Snuggles
Mr. Biden got in office. When he got in office, he has a 5-year-old mind mentality. He didn't even fix things when he got in office. Let me just tell you, Mr. Crossings, when Biden got in office, he's supposed to be a president. He didn't get the things done necessary in Afghanistan, Mr. Crossings. Now, are you going to press? Are you pressing to buy the what?
Zeus has to run.
Why do you run when I'm just telling when I'm spitting out facts here that when another president comes in office, has knowledge of when the previous president did, then this president needs to step up, be the president instead of blaming. That's all I've seen. Everything that happens is Trump's fault in the Biden administration.
Very sad. Hammer, Snuggles? You see this hammer?
I see the hammer, and that hammer needs to go somewhere.
It's going somewhere.
Yeah. Yes.
And Snuggles, by the conduct you've displayed this morning,
yes,
this hammer, it's weighing heavy. And
Mr. Crossings, you're just sad because I'm winning. And I love you, Ro. Don't stutter. Look at your smile. Am I winning? Yes or no?
I gave you a fair shake.
Why are you stuttering? You're smiling when I'm saying, am I winning?
Than Zeus. I'm honest, humble, and handsome.
Mr. Crossings, is Trump guilty? Yes or no?
Snuggles, we can do this the easy way.
Has he been found guilty? Yes or no in anything?
Snuggles. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. You saw what I did to the Felix, okay? Now, it's coming down because
ladies and gentlemen,
you two have been found guilty of treason.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Crossing has been found not guilty in any case. Mr. Biden did not take care of Trump's stuff when he left office.
Mr. Brown, because you're sick, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I gave Felix 5, but I'll give you 10 seconds. We can do this the easy way or the hard way, Snuggles.
There's no hard way with me.
Okay. Oh, no. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What is that?
9, 10.
Mr. Crossings. Mr. Crossings.
Oh my God! What was Snuggles on? I had to bring the hammer of truth down on him because he was spouting misinformation, especially when he knows it's time for Zeus to go. Snuggles, cut it out, buddy. Okay? I got the docket number right there for you. Go look it up. Get your TikTok attorneys on it ASAP. People like me, April, Swervin, Shay, Nutty, we would love to see you and your friends unpack all of the stuff going on in this lawsuit that Alvin Bragg has brought against, as Swervin likes to say, Jim Matt Jordan. Okay? But unfortunately, Zeus has to run. Heaven, thank you so much. All right? And I do got to go. And I will be back tomorrow on my main account. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care and have a great rest of your morning.
Who's always the most handsome in the kingdom?
I really am the most handsome in the kingdom. Thank you, Heaven.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
You do serve it.
When I'm looking like
Christina.
Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my move when I'm moving like Zeus. I'm thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Cut it out,
I'm
C-word.
eagle and got red on me too. Took a long time
You
to get
get
here.
it.
I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool.
I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you.
I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Mix all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead.
I have the receipts.
Let me play with your caboose. I know the
I got the docket numbers.
Play hating on the God, boy, you such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you
And I got the hammer.
I'm catching all these snakes like a mom.
You too, April.
Ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my moves when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hiding in Hades. You say you want it back straight. I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be a fool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. I'ma let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you had me like a fuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Yeah, you know about me. I like to get
Heaven, oh my.
I'm the god of the sky, you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing down the roof with this heat.
Yes.
Sound mine on the beat, kicking hard like Bruce.
Lawrence Reed on the beat. You better call the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can dance and box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't get caught slipping in the woods or you'll be dead like a wood.
Lindsay on